Yeah, the revelations now televised. A platform for you and I, and now look with full heart and clear eyes. Now, these are just my thoughts. Truth on how I feel on these topics I reveal. Please know my toll, I always keep it real. Can't face the word if you can't face facts. For your time, just open up your mind. That's it, just live, think big, now take that. With God in me, this here was made by design. Yeah, the revelation will be televised. REVELSations.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the REVELSations Podcast. It's your boy, Rev. Please subscribe, rate, and review wherever you get your podcast. More importantly, share this podcast with somebody else. If you love me, if you rock with me, if you like me, if you hate me, share the podcast with somebody. Like, literally, just listen to it now. It's not going to stop playing as you listen to it now. Hit the share button. Share it with somebody else. You can also hit me up on all the social media platforms at the REVELSations Podcast. That is on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. I just recently hired a new social media manager. I believe she will be doing well, so thank you for that. And of course, you can email me directly at REVELSationsPodcast@gmail.com. New year, same Rev. When I say same Rev, that is consistency and authentic. And those are the things that I like to be. I was in a meeting one time and we had to write one word that we would like people to describe us as. And people were like nice and thoughtful and helpful. And I wrote the word authentic. I want people to say that is Rev. No fake, no here, no that. But we're not talking about authenticity today. Today, we're going to talk about something that I understand. This is not something where I'm like trying to learn, like I really get it. I understand. And I'm looking at the world that we live in, and it seems as if there's two types of people. There's one type of person that gets promoted. And I'm not just saying in jobs, but these are the people that seem to be liked a little bit more than the others. But I actually think we should be the type of people, and I'm the type of person that many don't like. And that's because of this reason I'm going to tell you. So peacemakers and peacekeepers. Okay. Peacemakers and peacekeepers. And of course, since it's Rev, we got to go to definitions. Okay. So a peacekeeper, this is a person who tries to keep or maintain peace. We know what peace is. All right. Especially a member of a force or organization that actively works to stop or prevent conflicts between nations or communities. Again, these are peacekeepers, a person who tries to keep or maintain the peace. This is maintain the way it is. We have those people. And then we have peacemakers. Peacemaker is a person who brings about peace. They're the ones that establishes the peace, especially by reconciling adversaries, people that are against each other. They bring about peace. And I think in our personal lives and oftentimes in our professional lives, relationally or whatever, we are more concerned with being peacekeepers more than peacemakers. I think this is why I get held back in many ways, because I am not a peacekeeper. I'm a peacemaker. And the difference is a peacekeeper tries to maintain the status quo. Let's just make sure everybody's not upset. Let's make sure everybody is happy. Let's not rock the boat. Let's just keep the thing going. Now, you know about these type of folks. These type of people are more than likely leaders at your job, or the people that maybe they might not be the leaders, but they're the people that the leaders like. Don't rock the boat. The leaders like yes men. They're yes men or they're peacekeepers. Okay? These people are just keeping things the way that they are. Let's keep it the same. Let's not rock the boat. Let's play ball. Let's be yes men. Let's be yes women. Let's just do whatever. Let's be a part of the clique, a part of the in crowd. These are the people who are peacekeepers. Okay? Then you have those who are peacemakers. Peacemakers are a person who brings about peace. Well, if you need to bring about peace, then that means you see conflict. And oftentimes, conflict can be seen in what seemingly is a peaceful situation. Say that again. Conflict can be seen by peacemakers in a seemingly peaceful situation. Let me explain. So take something big. We'll go big and small. Let's take something big like slavery, for example. Okay, let's take slavery. Slavery Slavery was going along. It was a system. Okay. And there were people that were like, well, let's just keep it the way it is. Right. The slaves they've done a couple rebellions, but they haven't done anything that's too terrible. Like, there's a couple of uprisings, but they just keep plugging along. So let's just keep it going. We're just going to keep the peace. Right. When there's a couple of people who talk about abolishment, maybe we'll make slavery a little easier, or maybe we'll do something where we give a little, but we're not totally trying to change it, because right now our establishment is peaceful. So let's just keep it the way it is. And then you have those abolitionists, for example, who came and they were peacemakers. Now, the peacemakers started an entire war. There was an entire war in the United States caused by peacemakers. Now you're like, Rev, that doesn't sound really good. How does a peacemaker cause war? Well, the Civil War was caused because of slavery. Now, some people are going to say states' rights, but I want to ask you a question to the states' rights thing. It's not a history lesson, but just go with me for a second. The states' rights to do what? The only thing that they were arguing for was slavery, right? So the whole war started between the Union and the Confederacy to create peace. We have to fight. We have to kill our brethren to create peace. These are the peacemakers. These are people who bring about peace. And they were able to unify the country and bring about peace. And then slavery was abolished, et cetera. Now, do we have racial peace? No. But that's on a larger scale. So even though war was started, right, it was started by peacemakers, not peacekeepers. Okay? In your personal life, at your job. Okay, so you have a situation where you see something wrong, but it's plugging along. It's a part of the system. And you see something, you say something. Now you're ruffling the feathers of your coworkers or your boss or what have you. But you're doing it not trying to do something wrong, but you are trying to rock the boat. You are trying to be what we use a buzzword in 2024 now, be a disruptor. You're trying to be a disruptor, but you're doing it for a good cause. You are causing drama. You are causing problems to create peace. You are then a peacemaker. You have to make peace. Peace isn't made on its own. You have to make it. And oftentimes you have to make it, like the dictionary says, by reconciling adversaries. Well, adversaries are people who are against each other. Okay. If you want to reconcile an adversary is one's opponent in a contest, conflict, or dispute. So adversaries, people who are at each other, these are people who are at odds, and you're bringing peace about. Well, in order to do that, you're going to have to hurt the situation. May not hurt some people, but hurt the situation. So you may not be getting promoted at your job. And you're like, oh, they don't like me or whatever. You're probably right, especially if you're very skilled. You're probably right. But it's not because they don't like you as a person. It's really because you are rocking the boat and you're disrupting. And people want to promote peace keepers. Let's keep it the way it is. Think about it. All the people in power want to keep it for themselves. They want to keep it the way it is because it's advantageous to them. The system works for them. Okay. The only people that really want to keep it the way it is are those who are not oppressed, those who have the foot on the neck of the oppressed. They're the ones that want to keep it the way it is. Peacemakers oftentimes either come from the oppressed group or are a part of the group who are doing the oppression, and they step out of it and say, wait a minute, we can do better. They are the boat rockers, if you will. And people say, well, don't rock the boat. Keep your head down so you can keep your job. Nah, bump that. Because the greatest people in the history of the world have been peacemakers, not peacekeepers. Your heroes are peacemakers. The people that change the world are peacemakers, not peacekeepers. So what are you? Are you a peacemaker or a peacekeeper? Are you a peacekeeper that, well, let's just keep it the way it is, keep our head down, let's not say anything. We know it's wrong, but the fact that it's wrong is helping me get along, right? I have the advantages here. Or you see something wrong, your company or your mate or whatever the system is doing something wrong. And instead of addressing it, you just say, well, let's keep the peace because I don't want to fight. Now, I agree that you have to pick your battles, but you understand what I'm saying. The overarching thing is let's be peacemakers. Let's make peace, right? So in my personal life, I wonder why sometimes it seems like there's a glass ceiling. And I'm like, man, am I not talented enough? No, that's not it. It's because I'm a peacemaker. I'm like, well, wait, we can do better. We can make this better. And I see people getting promoted who are less talented. I see people getting advancements who are less skilled. But you know what they have? They are going along with the program. They're not trying to make the program any better. They're saying they are, but they're just going along with the program. They're not rocking the boat. They're not making those in power feel uncomfortable. And I'm telling you, people in power, they want to feel comfortable. And again, like I said a moment ago, they want to keep it. I would ask you a question. What person in power willingly gave their power away? Doesn't happen. Okay. You got to go take it. And who takes it? Those are the peacemakers and creates a better system. Now, oftentimes the peacemakers end up becoming peacekeepers because once they become in the power, they want to keep it for themselves as well. So we have to make sure that we are always peacemakers. And it doesn't mean that we're always fighting, but it does mean we're always trying to make it better. And if we got to make some people upset to make the whole situation better, so be it. So be it. Rev is not a peacekeeper. He's a peacemaker. Good, bad, whatever. He is an authentic peacemaker. And I just wonder, what are you? You see things going on in your personal life. You see things going on with your friends. You see things going on with your family, with work, with the political system, the social system, economic system, jail system, whatever it is. And what are you doing about it? Are you doing anything? Are you trying to keep the peace? Well, we got so much division right now anyway. You know, I don't want to start anything. I don't want to ruffle any feathers. I don't want to. Is that how you are? Are you like, you know what? No, we got to call this out. We got to try to do better. Yeah, people going to be mad. But in the long run, we are creating peace. We are creating peace. Okay. And peacekeepers they're fine. I get it. I understand. People that want to look, I don't want conflict. I'm tired of conflict. Rev is tired of conflict too. But when I see something and I know we can be doing better as a people, as a society, as a nation, as humans, as whatever, as a collective or as an individual, we got to try to do better. We got to try to do better. And you know what? It's going to hurt, but it's going to be greater later. We're going to get it on the other side once we get past all the fighting and we make the peace, right? In order to make something, it takes a while. To make a strong body, you got to literally tear and break down your muscles. To make a house, you have to cut down trees. You have to make a complete mess, and then you build a beautiful house, right? In order to make something, there's going to be some fighting. There's going to be some clawing. There's going to be some scratching. But when it's done, you will now have made peace. So let's be peacemakers and not peacekeepers. I would ask a question, which are you? That's it. I'm done. Another verse of the REVELSations Podcast. Again, hit me up on all the social media platforms at the REVELSations Podcast. Email me, revelationspodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe, rate, and review. Share. I am because we are. And I'll holler at you guys next time. Hallelujah. Holler back. Peace.